Alrighty, mic testing, mic testing. Okay, perfect. Let me go to my main camera. Alrighty, we're live, and as you guys can tell by title and thumbnail, today I'm going to be working with, let's say, more data structure and algorithms slash DSA, and more specifically arrays. Last stream I did work with hash maps slash dictionaries. Although this stream I'm gonna be working with arrays, and unlike dictionaries, arrays aren't really as hard, so I'm gonna try completing it this stream and moving on to the next topic next stream. That's it. Let's go to my gameplay screen. And guys, yeah, that was just a guess from my side. Okay, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get this a little bit here, and this is a brand new Cloud's chat, so I'm gonna go ahead and say something like "Since I'm live!" exclamation. Oh, and I forgot, I'm going to be working with touch typing as well, so I won't be looking at my keyboard. And I realized one thing yesterday, my back has been cramped so bad that right now my back hurts so bad. I think because of my posture, maybe I gotta like sit a bit more back in the chair. But if I do that, my mic is not really as close to my mouth. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here real quick and maybe get the mic a little bit more here. Oh, and I forgot, I'm gonna go ahead and remove, let's say, thinking from Claude. It also helps when I bend my back this way. Maybe because I'd be sitting the whole day. That said, let's go. Welcome back to the stream, everyone. Viv Universe is live, and we're not playing anything today. You just finished 20 questions across stacks, queues, and hash maps. You caught your own bugs. You self-corrected. You kept showing up that it's not a beginner. You kept showing up. That is not beginner behavior anymore. That is an engineer in training. Today we start arrays, and I need you to lock in. And I need you locked in. Okay, let's see. Phone down, chat on side. Phone is down, chat is on side. Let's get this money, okay. Arrays, what do you need to know first? An array is the most fundamental structure. Did I just break something by pushing this back? Hold on. Wait, how in the world can you guys see my window? What the hell? Guys. I can't see squat here. Hold on. Let me go to my main camera. Can you guys see anything in my window or in my monitor? What the hell just happened? Maybe we're gonna go ahead and unplug. Okay, now you guys can't see anything. And replug this. Hold on, guys. Go. Oh god, that
you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too.
Oh god, there's no way I was muted, guys. Let me know if you guys ever see me being muted. I'm gonna decrease my voice a bit. It's too bright. There we go. I think that should be good, right? Okay. I'm gonna go back up here. Maybe I'm gonna increase that. Wait, you're muted. Guys, I realized that way later. What I was basically saying is that I just realized my monitor turned off because I clicked the off button from my, let's say, monitor. I thought that my entire monitor crashed / my PC crashed, so I turned my PC off. And that was basically about it. That said, now the new topic, arrays. What I need to know first, an array is the most fundamental data structure in all of computing. I did work a lot with arrays when it came to C++, Python, and anything in general. Arrays are a really generic thing across different programming languages, but we're still getting a quick little review before I move on. Okay, wait, am I still muted? Okay, no, perfect. So an array is the most fundamental data structure in all of computing. Everything else, stacks, queues, hash maps, they're all built in on top of that array. Underneath, okay? In Python, arrays are just lists. You've already been using them, but now we're going to learn how to think about them algorithmically. How to move through them, manipulate them, and solve problems efficiently without reaching for extra data structures. The key skill in array is index manipulation, knowing exactly where you are in the list at all times, and using that position to solve the problem. Arrays are really easy, and also I did, let's say, look up anti-gravity IDE. It felt the same as Visual Studio Code, so I will be using this. I don't really know the difference, but then since one of you guys did say me to try anti-gravity out, I'm gonna give it a try. How about the way they move this stuff? Okay, hold on. Let me get that there. You know what, fine. Okay, this is giving me some real OCD now. I want to get this in the center. I can't get it in the center. Is this where it stays? Like, there we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, perfect. Can I zoom in? No? Oh, wow. Guys, I didn't work a lot with anti-gravity, so I don't know much about it. I guess we're not using it. Let's just stick with... Why are vertical streams so much bad, to be honest, also? Wait, no data. Why isn't my vertical stream really streaming out here? Hold on a damn minute. Let me refresh it. Okay, that is so strange. Let me just check my stream key there. Okay, because usually the vertical stream never messes up this much. I don't know, for the past few days it's been really messing up here. Okay, I'm gonna go to output and then let's go up here. There we go. And then I'm gonna hit okay. Wait, was it streaming in the other channel? Okay, this should work. Right? There we go. Okay, finally. Yeah, I had a different stream key on. Okay, let me just go ahead and check in my Viv Arcade channel. I'm positive it was streaming there, right? What up, guys? Let me just quickly fact check that. Even though I don't got enough time to fact check that stuff, I got an exam tomorrow for college, so I got a rush. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and check something up real quick. I'm gonna go there. Okay, the vertical stream is fixed though. I'm gonna just move on to my homepage, go all the way down, find Viv Works Out. I mean Viv Arcade. Alright, we're good. I thought that something was streaming there, apparently not. That's it. Without wasting any more time, let's move on. Question 1, let's say something like yes. And yeah, again, I'm gonna be, let's say, using touch typing here, so I'm gonna look at my keyboard as less as I can. I guess we're thinking, didn't I remove the thing? How in the world was the thing back up here? I literally removed it. But well, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and open my Visual Studio Code here. Okay, this is actually so much better. Anti-gravity felt the same, only if I could actually zoom in like this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close my markdown files. The fact that you're doing arrays after stacks, queues, and hash maps is insane. Usually arrays are the first topic you do. No problem with doing it this way though. Actually, that does make sense. I do sort of already know what arrays actually are. Matter of fact, in my roadmap, I'm positive arrays come first. Let me just go with something like always. There we go. In my roadmap, I'm positive arrays are first here. So there we go. Arrays are the first topic, and then hash maps, then stacks, then queues, then tree graphs. We went the other way. But here's the thing, I already know what arrays are. Okay. Wait, you have OCD? I haven't medically checked it, but I don't really like stuff when they're, okay, I don't know what kind. I think I have a very slight bit of OCD, not really that big. Okay, let's go up here real quick. Cause, for example, if something is not positioned properly, for example, if there's a comma here the entire time I'm typing, then I wanna like delete the comma. It's so annoying up there. And the same thing goes with if like someone is drawing a straight line and they sort of mess it up. Not that bad of an OCD, but just at a moderate level. That's it, close enough, let's get it. Find underscore max, which requires numbers as a parameter. Concept first. With arrays, the most fundamental skill is tracking something as you walk through the list. You already did this in hash maps with most underscore frequent. You tracked best underscore item and best underscore count. Same brain, different tool. With arrays, we don't need a dictionary, we just need the list itself and a variable to hold the best thing we've seen so far. Requirements: accepts a Python number as inputs. In Python, this means your function takes one parameter, a list of numbers. Before the loop, set up a track variable equal to the first item in the list, okay? In Python, this means create a variable called best and assign it to the value at index of 0 of the list. That's your starting best. Loop through every number in the list. In Python, this means write a for loop that goes through each number one at a time. The current number is larger than best, update best. If the current number is larger than best, update best. In Python, this means inside the loop, write an if statement. The current number is greater than best, set best equal to the current number. After the loop, return the best number. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna show you guys in a bit what kind of arrays I meant I was talking about. I assume there were any OCDs. Oh, I see. Wait, hold up. It needs to be perfect. I mean, it does not really need to be perfect, but if it can be perfect, I'd go with the perfect one. Your mic is speaking in AI voice, is it? Your mic sounds kind of weird. Sometimes maybe it's too close to your face. Hold on. I thought that Cause I just restarted my PC, so I need to check if my mic is actually working nicely. I'm gonna be talking while I open my stream real quick.
Millions of views earned.
What up? I opened the wrong stuff. Let me just hear myself. Wait. Cause I just restarted my PC, so I need to check if. Wait, it actually works nice. Hold up, guys. I think that actually works nicely. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and exit that stuff. Your mic sounds kind of weird. Oh, I think when I'm too close. You're learning things backwards. You can do hash map before arrays. Arrays are fundamentals to nearly every language. That does make sense. I do know arrays, to be honest, but then, whatchamacallit, since it's still in my roadmap, I figured that I'll still work with it a bit. Oh, wait. I was gonna work on the question, right? Gonna get this in my other window. There we go. Okay, now let's work on the question. So apparently we're gonna go ahead and create a new file called find underscore max.py. Let me go to my Python files and create a file called there we go. I'm getting much better at touch typing. Not really there yet, but okay. Yo, Hiding More, I appreciate you joining the stream. Okay, and yeah, that does make sense. I think I'm gonna stay a bit away from my mic. That's it. So first things first, we're gonna have to create a function. So apparently with arrays, most fundamental skill is tracking something as you walk through the list. So we're gonna go ahead and define a function. There we go. Oops. Called find underscore max. That requires a parameter of, let's say, numbers. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to go with a comma. Okay, now in my function, we're going to go and requirements accept a list of numbers as input. Okay, this means your function takes one parameter, a list of numbers. Well, I may use type hinting and call this a list, or specifically say that this is a list. There we go. And the return value. Oh god. Guys, am I getting better at touch typing, or is it just me getting worse and worse by the day? Okay, the return value is supposed to be best. So variable called best, assign it to the value of index. I'm assuming best is gonna be a number, so we're gonna go with something like an integer. Could be a positive integer or a negative integer. What the hell? T is supposed to be here. There. Okay, and then once we're done with this, we're gonna go ahead and let's say do the next thing. So apparently I'm gonna go and before the loop, set up a tracking variable equal to the first item. In Python, this means create a variable called best and assign it to the value at index of 0 of the list. That's your starting best. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and create a best variable. There we go. Best is going to be numbers at index of 0. Okay, perfect. It's a bit weird. A array in Python doesn't exist. The list in Python is actually a linked list, one of the most important data structures you should know, but many times they are interchanged. I see. Because usually arrays, I'm assuming like this is how we actually create arrays. This is indexing, but if I just had something like numbers at index of 9, it's going to be like that array consists of, let's say, 9 items in it, and I could just go ahead and store those 9 items. Wait, is that for Python or C++? Hold up. Next up, loop through every number in the list. So I'm gonna go ahead and loop through every number in the list. So I'm gonna go with something like for every num in numbers. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do something for every num in numbers. See, if the current number is larger than best, update best. I'm gonna go with an if statement to check if my num is greater than best, then I'm gonna go ahead and do something. My best is gonna be equal to my num. Okay, and then once we're done with that, after the loop, return best. Well, I mean, that is basically, that's not even as hard. We're gonna go with something like return, right? R-E-T-U-R-N. Best. Okay, perfect. Once we're done with that, we're gonna go ahead and let's say invoke our function, call our function. So max, find max with a list of numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and print, let's say my find underscore max, which there we go, which is gonna go ahead and require a bunch of numbers as its parameters. I'm gonna go with -2, 3, 6, let's say something like 12. I'm gonna go with 17, and let's go with something like 5. Oh god. Okay, and then once we're done with that, we're gonna go ahead and let's say print again. I'm gonna go with something like print find underscore max, which is gonna require a list of numbers again. That is gonna be something like 1, -3, and then I'm gonna go with -7, and then let's go with something like 0, 4, and 9. Okay, now let's hit Control S to save the code, and then I'm gonna run the command real quick and let's see what I get. Name error, numbers is not defined. Whoop, my bad. Okay, now let's hit Control S to save the code. And then I'm gonna exit this stuff and let's run it again. Can I ask a request? After this question, go to LeetCode and do the first question. I know you said you'll make a side series for it, but I think it'll be fun for us and educational for you. I may try one question. 17 and 9, perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and exit that, go with Control A, Control C, copy that, and then let me just go ahead and grab plot up here. But do we need to do any signing up for Elite Code? Because if that's the case, then I may try it next stream, but I won't really do as much. Let me say something like... There we go, let's exit that and say something like done. Okay, you know what? Some of you guys told me not to use caps lock, so I'm not gonna go with caps lock. Done. Okay, and it does actually enter as well. Clean, that is clean. Docstring is missing. Okay, I think, yeah, I forgot to add the docstring. Whoops. Let's add the docstring. So I'm gonna go with triple asterisk. And then triple asterisk, go up, and let me say something like time complexity. Oh wait, I wasn't gonna use that, right? Time complexity is gonna be ON. And then I'm gonna go ahead and say something like this function iterates over a list and returns the biggest number in the list. Okay, perfect. And then I'm gonna add a period to end this. Let's hit Control S, Control A, Control C, copy that, and then I'm gonna grab plot here. Did you install the Python extension pack, the VS Code extension? It's been a while from when I did lead code, so I don't remember much, but I think you can solve without logging in. That progress won't be saved though. Okay, that actually may be something that I might try then. But I'm not gonna be doing much questions because I want to have a separate mini series for it. Just gonna do like a couple of questions. There we go. Let me say something like, whoops. Okay, let's go with done it works, exclamation. The output is 17 and 9. Okay, let's see. Yeah, 17 and 9, correct. One small docstring. This function iterates. You've got them on the same line right now. It's the different line. Fix them and run it. Oh, I see, I see. Basically, they want me to do it this way. There we go, because last stream Claude kept saying me this. I'm like, they're all in different lines. Apparently, they're in the same line. Why am I not seeing NumPy? I think I have NumPy in my roadmap. Pretty sure it comes later on, but let's say the soonest thing that will be coming is pandas, and I think there was one more. Hold up, there were like 2 P's. I forgot the second P. Let me check it real quick. One of them was definitely pandas. The second one was let me grab this up here. Okay, I think it's like in my phase 2, right? Oh wow, it's not in fact. There we go. So pandas and PyTorch. I think, yeah, it's PyTorch, right? Where's pandas? I'm positive. Let me go with Control F. No? Wait, Control F, right? There we go. Let's go with PADAS. Okay. Oh, there we go. Pandas and polars. Oh, wait. It is in my phase 1. So after my data... Wow, my next topic is going to be pandas. I don't really know if I have NumPy anytime soon. Let me check. Oh, I do not have any NumPy. I could have sworn that I did. Apparently not. Never mind. I did run it. The output is 17 and 9. Okay, let me try lead code. I think it's soon in his roadmap. I thought that as well. Apparently not. Let me go with something like lead code real quick. There we go. Okay, it says create account, but let's go with questions. Oh, view questions. Okay. So apparently there are like a bunch of questions here that says that I've got a maximum numbers balloon question, median of 2 strings. Let's go with the first question. Where did we get to right here? Oh, wow. Okay, so apparently, example 1, input text, nail, block, output 1. Example 2, what is the question asking me? Oh, given a string text, you want to use the characters of text to form as many instances of the word balloon as possible. You can use each character in text at most once and return the maximum number of instances that can be formed. Interesting, okay. Yeah, apparently later on, that's too complex. I'm just kidding. Do the two-sum question, that's the easiest. I think that maybe I'm gonna save that up for a bit. Yo, hiding Rashi, I appreciate you joining the stream. Or Rashid, is that how you pronounce your name? Let's see. So now, question 22. Reversed underscore list. You reverse things before. Remember, reversed underscore string with a stack. I do remember that. That's sort of easy, but okay. Today you're doing it without a stack, just the list and your brains. Python has a trick for this built in, but we're not using it. We're going to do it manually so you understand what's actually happening. Requirements in accept a list as a input, create an empty list to hold the results, loop through the input list in reverse order, add each item to the list, return the list. This shouldn't be that hard, to be honest. Okay, yeah, the audio sounds weird. Your voice is dropping sometimes. You know what? Actually, I think I know why. Let me go to my mic's settings here. I'm gonna go to properties. Actually, at properties, I'm gonna go to filters. Cause apparently, let me show you guys all the filters that I got. I've got a bunch of filters, but the one that may mess stuff up could be my NVIDIA noise removal. With this, it feels like I'm doing an ASMR. Let me hear myself. Okay. If I were to talk, you guys can hear me. What if I decrease this? Oh? Yeah, without it, you guys can hear everything. I mean, I think it's good though. I think it drops when I get really far. Apparently not. Interesting. Yo, we've got Viv ASMR before GTA 6. Let's go. Guys, that does sound kind of cool. Let's see. Viv ASMR stream when? Hold on, guys. That may actually be up to something there. I might. Maybe. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and create another Python file here called something like, let's say reverse underscore list.py. Reverse underscore list.py. Okay, perfect. Now, once I created my reverse underscore list.py file, I'm gonna go ahead and let's say accept a list as the input. But before that, we're gonna go ahead and define a function. So I'm gonna go with something like define. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and define reverse underscore list. There we go. I'm gonna go with reverse underscore list, which requires items as a parameter, which is apparently a list, right? It requires a list as a parameter. You totally ignored your horizontal stream commentary. I mean the short view one. Wait, the short? Oh god, guys, I have both chats open here, but I mostly focus in this one. Where are you from? Hello, where are you from? Are you multi-streaming? Actually, I'm not really multi-streaming for the time being because I realized it decreased my bitrate, let's say, across all different platforms where I really multi-stream. So for the time being, I am just streaming on, let's say, YouTube, vertical and horizontal. Later on, if I get a better Wi-Fi or I find a way to, let's say, restream, I'm gonna go ahead and re-upload these streams on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and hopefully Troa as well. Bro, are you serious, bro? Honestly, Sarv, yeah. Okay, why does two versions exist? Actually, I did not know. Some of you guys really love the vertical stream, so I have my vertical streams on because I don't really mind completely removing it. But you guys really like scrolling off and then coming back on, so I thought might as well keep it back. NumPy already has these methods made. That's why you need to learn them. Oh, I see. Okay, so quickly we're gonna go ahead and define a reverse list. I think it needs to be here. There we go. Okay, which is gonna be apparently a list. So I'm gonna go with L-I-S-T. Okay, and then let's go with a colon. Now, inside my defined reverse list, we're going to go ahead and create an empty list to hold the results. In Python, this means before you loop, create a variable called result. Okay, which is going to be an empty list. That is going to be to hold my variables. And then iterate through the input lists in reverse order. We're going to go with something like for every item in items, I'm gonna go ahead and do something. He should learn how they work before though. Afterwards, he can move up to NumPy easily. I see. I'm confused. Where are you from? It looks extremely hot. You're sweating extremely. Am I really? I think like I have my fan on, but it still is kind of hot because the room is sort of scuffy at the point. Bro, are you serious? It's 1:48 a.m. For me, it's 3 p.m. Okay, let's see. Okay, so once we're done with this, let's see. So loop through the inputs list in reverse order. In Python, this means writing a for loop using range that starts at the last index and walks backwards to index 0. The last index of a list is a length items -1. Okay. I didn't really know that. That is something new. Okay, for every item in a range, I'm gonna go with something like the length of my items -1. Okay, perfect. After we're done with this, I'm gonna go ahead and try to predict where insert is. There we go. And then I'm gonna go down. Now loop through the inputs list in reverse order. Did that stuff. Add each item to result. This means we're gonna go ahead and append everything to the result. I'm gonna go with something like result result.append. I'm gonna go with item. Yeah, he's not in a rush. He has a year to learn them. That does make sense. Agreed. Best he takes his time. If you don't want to answer, just say it. You're reading my comments and just ignoring it. Not even bigger streamer do this. Wait, am I actually ignoring it? Well, I mean, I think I did answer it. I said it is pretty hot because it's really scuffy up here and the fan is on. That's it. Let's see. Once we're done with that, okay, add each item and then return the list. So we're gonna go ahead and return our list. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and test it out. Let's go ahead and test it out by calling my function twice. I'm gonna go ahead and print it while I call. So I'm gonna go with something like reverse underscore list. Okay, which requires a parameter of an empty list of items that requires a bunch of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'm gonna go ahead and print another reverse list. Okay, that is going to be requiring a list of, let's say, something like... Where is the list? There we go. Let's go with something like 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, God. There. And let's go with 10. Okay, now once I'm done with that, I'm going to hit Control S to save the code. And then let's go ahead and run the program real quick. Name error, of course. Yeah, I do have typos because I'm trying to touch type right now. I'm not looking at my keyboard while I type. Let's hit Control S to save the code, exit this thing, and run the command real quick. We got a class list and a class list. What in the genuine world did I return? Oh my gosh, there's no way. There we go. So we get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting. Wait a minute, why did I get the exact same number twice? Okay, so we go with something like results.append item, and then I want to go ahead and return my result. RESULT. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there an extra parenthesis? Nope. Okay, wait, everything is correct here. Oh, wait, never mind. I forgot to add a return type. This is gonna be a list. Okay, and then we're gonna hit Control S to save the code. Okay, and then let's go ahead and run the command real quick. Where in the world is my 3, 4, 5, 6? Why do I just get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Or well, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For every item in range, length of my items -1, which is the last index. Okay, here's the thing. I did not really use an array up here. Let me try a different method. Rather than going like this, I'm gonna go with something like reverse underscore list. So I'm gonna go with something like items. Whoops. Okay, I clicked a screenshot by mistake. How do you do? There we go. For every item in items, at index of -1. Control S, and now let's run it. Type edit. Int object is not iterable. Oh wait. Okay, my bad. It was supposed to be a list. For every item in items, I'm gonna go with this. Okay, this is a singular item. I want to reverse it, right? So let's go with something like range. Okay, so for every item in range. Okay, for every item in range of items. Okay, this is backwards, but I'm gonna run this. List object cannot be interpreted as an integer. Why can't it be interpreted as an integer? Result. This is supposed to be item, items, item, and result. Oh, I see where I messed up. I gave it the length. So apparently I had the length. Oh god. Guys, is it just the keyboard? It's not necessary, but a good habit. Basically. Oh, it's not supposed to be something like -1. Oh, it's supposed to be something like -1. It's not necessary, but it's a good habit. Basically makes it so your code always works. Very old Python version, I see. Instead of a list, you should import list from typing. Ask Claude about it. Instead of list, you should import list from typing. I may know how do you do that. I'm pretty sure it's something like from. Let's see. I think it's something like from string import list. Can I just go with like import list? Because I remember doing this back when I was working with type hinting. Import list. Okay. Now I just gotta basically use the list method. I mean the list method, but I'm gonna do that later on. Okay, this is going to be items. Okay, it's supposed to be the length of my items. There we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna hit Control S to save the code, run the command 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so there are 8 indexes, a total of 9 characters. I'm not getting the value, I'm getting the indexes of them. Result.append item, so item in length. I wanna... Okay, maybe I'm gonna go with something like for every item in items, return. Okay, Control S, and then I'm gonna run the code. Isn't this what? I don't think this is what Razor bought. There we go, from typing. I forgot what it was. I thought it was something like from string. From typing import list. Just as Claude, you're confusing yourself more. That does make sense. Okay, I'm gonna try to run this. I'm positive this should work for every item in item, but this is not reversed, right? Type error. List object cannot be interpreted as an integer. Result is not an integer to begin with, but okay, I guess I'm gonna go with Control Z's. Hold up, let me just go with a bunch more Control Z's. That is item. There we go. Okay, let's go with Control A, Control C. Let me go ahead and copy that and grab Claude up here real quick. Guys, wasn't erase supposed to be easy? Let me paste this and say something like Sensei. There we go. I thought arrays were something like this, which oh god. Guys, I was going so good at the beginning. I don't know what happened. Okay, I think it should be result.append items at index of item. Is there an API version of this free Claude? API version of the free Claude? I think it's just the basic Claude that we get after we just randomly type Claude AI on like, let's say Google Edge or any web browser. Good instinct catching that. Something felt off. That self-awareness. It's basically a skill issue here. But yes, two things to be fixed before we talk about arrays. Eyes on the code first. Two bugs. Bug one. Your loop is not going in reverse. Length -1 counts forward from 0. You need to tell range where to start, where to stop, and which direction to step. In Python, this means range can take 3 arguments. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh god. Oh god. Hold up, guys. For every item in range, start is gonna be my items at index of, I want to start at -1 and go all the way till the end. That's basically string slicing, right? Okay, I don't think so, but I think Gemini has one. There's actually a very easy way to reverse a list in Python. I mean, yeah, I do know that, where you go with like the 2 colons and -1, but apparently Claude told me that we're gonna be doing this the, should I say old-fashioned way, just so I can understand how arrays work? Cause yeah, I could go ahead and use the colon -1. That's, there we go. That's basically string slicing, but then that's like a 1-line reverse. Let me just go ahead and grep Claude up here again. There we go. Okay, so apparently in Python, this means range can take 3 arguments: start, stop, and step. Go backwards. Your start is your index, length items -1. Your stop is -1. 1 past 0. Your step is -1. Walk backwards. Bug 2, inside a loop, you're appending item, but item is index number, not the actual value that at that position in Python. This means when you loop through range, the variable gives you a number to get the actual item. Actual list item at that position, you need to use items at index of items. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. So we're gonna be using string slicing here. I want to try that stuff though. Let me go with something like... There we go, and then I'm gonna need Control S to save the code, run the command. Okay, index error, list index is out of range. Okay, I knew that. So we're gonna go with something like range. I'm gonna go with the length of my items. Start is gonna be the last item, so I'm gonna go with length items -1. Step is going to be -1. Oh, I mean, end is going to be -1. I want to go ahead and end it at the last of my index. Step is going to be, let's see. Actually, step is going to be -1 too. Control S, whoops. There we go. Okay, 987654321 10643475 5643. Okay, so we start at the length of our items -1. Length of our items -1, and is -1, and step is -1. I understand this line, but I may want some elaboration. Let me just go ahead and grab this. Search Google AI Studio and log in with your Google account. They give you free API key. I see. Yes, but credits are low. I think that... oh wait, credits. I'm pretty sure credits and tokens are two different things. We usually use credits to like generate images, or like credit is basically used for generation while tokens are used for chatting. Fact check me on that. That said, let me say something like, since I feel like I understood where I messed up. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Guys, one of these days I'm gonna just go ahead and smash my keyboard. I'm just gonna look at my keyboard. No, I'm not. Oh my gosh, guys, it's so hard. How hard is it to reverse an array? It's not really that hard. I just messed up. Yeah, I don't want to be rude to him, but his basics are a bit on the weaker side. All the more reason why he should take his time. That does make sense. I did not want to rush up here. Good, you caught it yourself. That's the pattern I want to see. Let me break it down piece by piece. Range length items -1, -1, -1. Range takes 3 arguments. Start, stop, step. Range start, stop, step. Length items -1. The start length items gives you how many items are in the list. But list index starts at 0, so the last index is always 1 less than. Okay, start is going to be -1. A list of 5 items is going to be 54321. Length of items -1 is going to be equal to 4. So we start at the last item. Okay. Length of... oh, I see. The stop range. So stops before it hits the stop value. It never includes it. We want to include at index of 0. So we tell it to stop at -1. So 4321 and 0 and stop. step the -1, so it goes backwards. That does make sense. Okay, let me just grab this up here real quick. I don't want to be rude, but all your current camera angles are always worse than from some when last year ago. And why has your microphone like 2 seconds delay? Huh. Hold on. And why has your microphone like 2 seconds delay? Why does your microphone also have like 2 seconds delay? Does it? Did I mess these settings up? We've just went start, stop, step, start, stop, step, start, stop, step. Okay, hold on. Let me paste this real quick. And did my camera position actually get worse? Because I thought, oh, I'm starting to see what you guys really mean. Like, if I were to go to my main camera, I gotta sort of fix that up real quick. The reason I kept it right there is because the window is right here, so I get some natural light while some of my artificial light's up there as well. But I may fix that up later on after the stream. Okay, where should I have my camera? Should I have it like in front of me so it can like just capture me up and all that stuff? I'm gonna go ahead and exit this for the time being. I'll probably figure that out off stream. AI said it's not reliable and it can trigger a proof you're not a bot. Your mic seems to be fine to me. I know, it's like so many people are like the mic is actually messed up. I'm like, what's wrong with the mic? Let me say something like Sensei. Here we go again. Many times, there we go. That's B, right? I'm just gonna see here. Guys, I need to rush that process up. That was testing my patience. Okay, yeah, that's the hard part. You see. Wait, Dogstring, you know rules. Oh my gosh, come on. Alright, I think I'm better at Dogstrings, to be honest. It's just the typing that I'm kind of struggling with. There we go. Time complexity is gonna be O. Think. Where is O? Right here. There. O-N. Okay, and let me see something like, oh my gosh. What is going on? There we go. Then I'm gonna grab plot up here, and then let me just go ahead and grab plot. There we go. By the mic delay, more like 1 second instead of 2. Is there actually a delay? Okay, lighting, yeah, no problem. I think the best camera angle is from the front instead of far away or completely from the side. You know what, I may try it, but there comes a problem. My PC is kept like right here, and I am using a wire for my webcam. Like, I'm gonna show you guys, hold up. Okay, but I'm just gonna go ahead and paste it real quick and let's hit enter. There we go. Okay, so apparently if I were to move on to my main camera here, if I were to turn my webcam to the right, I got my PC down there and it's connected like through a wire. Like that's my, hold on. You guys probably can't see, but my webcam is connected through a wire, so I can't really get it all the way to the left side unless I don't really... Oh wow, you guys couldn't hear me because my mic is here. I guess I'm gonna use another mic. Or basically what I just said, I showed you guys my PC there and I have like a wire here which is sort of connected, so unless I don't really have something like an extension, it shouldn't really... Whatchamacallit, go all the way in front, but I may try getting an extension up there. Perfect, run it. Didn't I just say I didn't want to like run it? But let me go to my gameplay screen. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and get this up there. They're struggling to reverse a list and rethinking life choices. Meanwhile, doc strings, you know the rules and do so. Oh god, guys, I need the doc strings are really important to Claude for some reason. I shouldn't have said Claude, like I shouldn't have whatchamacallit, told Claude about doc strings. I remember someone told me about it. I think it was Unkmish, right? Okay, let me get it up here and then let's paste it and then let's say something like here. I'm just gonna send it. We heard you, don't worry. Oh, okay. Okay, because I'm so concerned sometimes because I have like my Nvidia's noise cancellation in my mic, so if I get too far away, it automatically cancels all noises. Both lists are perfect and reverse done. Now your question from earlier, I thought arrays were something like num at index of 4, which means the list has space for 4 items. You're thinking about this the right way, but you're mixing up two things. Num at an index of 4 means give me items. No, what about, hold up, I think we use that syntax in C++. Didn't I just get a plus here? Either for a array or an enum. There we go. Okay, now let's send it. Whether you should put the camera on your head or shirt so that we can see our screen while you code. I mean, I am sharing my screen, but it's not like a bad idea. I could have multiple cameras attached in different places. Yep, that was me that told you about doc strings. I thought it would help you. I didn't know Claude would get so hyped about it. Every single question I'm required to add a doc string while type touching it. Don't even look at my keyboard. I remember me. Yo, Haring, we appreciate you joining the stream. I think I remember you. Okay, my section is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What does that mean? That's it. In C++, you declare an array like this. Oh, okay, so I sort of confused C++ with Python here. That means give me an array with exactly 4 slots. Fixed, done. You can't add a 5th item without doing extra work. Okay, Python just says, here's a list, yada yada. Okay, let me see something like ready. Yeah. Okay, the reason I asked how many more topics or how many more array topics are left, because eventually in my later on questions as well, I will be working more with arrays, so I'm not really going to master any concept right now. This is just, phase 1 is basically getting a basic gist that these topics really exist, and just a quick little refresher review. If we know it, that's good. If we don't know it, we get familiar with it. The upcoming phases, I'm really going to be using this stuff, so I'm not going to be stuck back at using everything right now or mastering everything right now. Wow, 30 questions. We're just getting started on arrays. I've got a full set planned for you. Here's the roadmap. Oh god. 10 questions total for arrays, same as hash maps. We're down to, okay, let's say something like yes. I'm gonna start chopping up here. I gotta be quick with this stuff. ASTSU info backup hyphen short. What does that mean? Locate server WBKU 300 PS yada yada. Huh. Okay, question 23 contains duplicates, which requires items as the parameter. You've seen this pattern before hash maps, but today we're solving it in the array way first, so you'll feel the difference. We're going to walk through the list and check if we've seen each item before using a set to track that we've already visited. To track what we've already visited. Requirements: accept a list as input. Okay. In Python, this means your function takes one parameter of items, create an empty set to track items in your... Okay, items you've already seen it, loop through every item in the list. If the current item is already in scene, return true immediately. Otherwise, add the current item to scene. If you finish the loop finding a duplicate, return false. Without finding a duplicate, return false. Okay, this shouldn't be that hard. I think I'm warmed up now. I'm going to get the instructions in the other window, and my function name is going to be contains_duplicate. My file is going to be contains_duplicate.py. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new Python file called contains. I did that pretty nicely, actually. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start off by defining a function here as well. Oh god, how hard is it for me to write everything fast here? Wait, it doesn't require items, right? It does require items as the parameter. Okay, it does, damn it. I was so close to writing it all really fast. Also, do you also plan on learning cybersecurity in the future? Honestly, maybe not, because when I first started this series, I was really confused that whether or not I should work with AI engineering or cybersecurity. Apparently, I chose AI engineering because I do like working with AIs and all that stuff. I don't really think that I will be working with cybersecurity unless I really want to. I'll really see that in the future. Okay, let's see. Let me go up here. Can you guys hear? There's mowing going on. Oh, the noise suppression is insane. There's a loud mowing going on outside. Okay, that's it. Let's see. So we have duplicate items up here where I'm gonna go with something like a colon. Okay, and then inside my function, we're gonna go ahead and include an empty set to track the items you've already seen. So we're gonna go with something like scene. Scene is gonna be equal to set. Should I blame my big keyboard? Maybe keep cybersecurity as a hobby. You know what, for a hobby, I could do that. Once you get more experience, you will learn cybersecurity. It's a fun topic and every computer science nerd eventually ends up learning it. You know what? In that case, I may learn it because I feel like I may be a nerd, guys. That's it, let's see. Not curly braces because that makes it a dictionary. Loop through every item in the list. In Python, this means write a loop if the current item is already in scene, return true immediately. Otherwise, okay, in Python, if scene return true, right there inside the loop. Otherwise, add current item to scene. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and iterate through our items. Oh, come on, these questions are not even hard. The hardest part is typing. Where is R? Oh, for every item in items, I'm gonna go ahead and do something. Let's say something like an if statement. If my item in scene, then I'm gonna go ahead and return true. Immediately we return true. There we go. Wait, this is Python and not C++, right? This is going to be uppercase. Else, I'm gonna go with something like items. Else I'm gonna go with scene dot, is it push? Scene dot push item. Here's the thing, I don't really know. I don't really think that scene has an append method like lists. Let me say, does scene have an append method question mark? If not, what do we use? Huh, bro, does is the same as your favorite command. Help, help, help. Guys, that is one of the worst commands out there. By the way, what happened to C++? Why aren't you learning it anymore? And why Python? Because for my C++, I had a series which was programming for 250 days, where my goal by the end of that series was to make a game in general that consisted of AI logic in it. I am done making, or I was done making that game about 39-ish days ago. No, actually 39, 40, about 46 days ago. And if you guys do want to check that out, you guys can go ahead and, let's say, get access to the, let's say, game by typing exclamation calamity 2 on chat. I forgot to add that. Oh my gosh, hold on. I added it before. I don't know what happened. Okay, and apparently we go with add. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna add that command right now because I thought that I added it before. Apparently not. No, I'm pretty sure I did add it. I don't know what happened that it got deleted. But it's gonna take me like about 3 minutes to add it, so that's fine. And yeah, I did upload that game on itch.io. I'm gonna hit Control C and then let's just go ahead and grab Nightbot up here. And also, I wonder if we can actually add stuff on Nightbot while... Let me just go to dashboard. There we go. Okay, wrong channel. I'm gonna go ahead and log out. YouTube. Let's go to this. There we go. What up, guys? I'm gonna hit continue. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go to commands, and this is the part that I can actually show you guys. Wait, I have it. What in the world? Wait a minute. Let me just grab my cloud up here real quick. I already have that command. I knew it that I added it. Like, if you guys type exclamation calamity 2 on chat, you guys will get access to the game. Like, let me do it real quick. Hashtag IP, hashtag coordinates, guys. Hashtag coordinates is kind of crazy. That said, these are all the bunch of commands. I don't stream on Trovo anymore, so I could remove that later on. But yeah, these are all the commands in case you guys do want, or in case you guys did want, and all the commands that exist. Like, let me check if it works. Because I remember trying it yesterday, did not work. Alright, I'm gonna head to sleep now, bro. See ya later. Honestly, I appreciate you sticking through the stream, Unc Mish. I'll catch you next stream. Did I spell it wrong? Oh wait, I spelled it wrong. There we go. What programming language would you use for a serious production product? Let's say C++. That's the reason I am now hardly focusing on C++ because the reason I meant Python, not C++. The reason I did learn C++ was for my software like game development journey, but these days I do want to work more with AIs, so I'm working with Python. I did have a lot of Python programming experience. Matter of fact, Python was my programming language, or my first ever programming language, but I did not really master it. I just mastered it at a basic level, not really an advanced level. So I'm getting a lot of practice, or a lot of reviews / refresher while I really move on. That said, we return true. Otherwise, add the item here. Oh wow, Claude literally said me that I could use .add method here. Apparently I don't read. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead. If you finish the loop without finding a duplicate, return false. Okay. Okay, and guys, today I am sort of determined to complete my erases topic because I want to start my new topic next stream. And the funny thing is, I've got an exam coming up tomorrow as well. Like, I have one of my exams tomorrow. I can't really say what subject exam because that is basically the country where I'm from. It's basically a history with print. Okay, so apparently I'm gonna go ahead and print my contains duplicate. Guys, I just realized how awful it is not to be able to type what you want. which requires a list of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me go with, oh my gosh. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and print. There we go. Let me hit Control S to save the code and add a doc strings right now only while I'm at it, because why not? Let's get it out the way. There we go. Okay, so firstly I'm gonna go ahead and add a time complexity. Which is going to be ON. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and let's say delete one of that line there. There, I'm gonna say something like this. Function is in a charge. Okay, and then iterating over the list, and if item in scene, and if an item is in a set called scene, the function Oh god, this is so tedious and long. How much DSA required for AI engineering? I don't think really, I mean, I think DSA is really a, let's say, a really nice topic to know and all that stuff. But so far in my roadmap, you just need to know the basics of DSA. Eventually, as you go more deep into AI engineering, you are going to be working a lot more with it. So you get more practice the more you work with it and all that stuff. Okay, I've started using Godot and it's easy mode going from lower game engines. I see. I feel like I'm not learning anything, but the game is turning out so good. You know what? In that case, I mean, if you want to stick with the language and it's getting your work done, I feel like you should definitely stick to it. But if you see that you're not learning anything, you will eventually get rusty, because it really depends. Does not learning anything means, are you not learning any more syntaxes, or like can't you really, or is it not really as hard to program? For example, you don't really need to critically think to do or work on the projects that you're really working on. Actually, to complete the projects that are really working on right now. That's it. Returns true, else it adds that item to scene, and if no duplicates. Oh god, I hate typing. There we go. Guys, this is something that I absolutely hate, but we need to add this stuff. Name error. Contains duplicates is not defined. Did you mean contain duplicates? Yeah, of course. I had a typo. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Control Z and then Control C and then Control V and then Control V, Control S and run the code. False and true. Perfect. I'm gonna delete that and then go there. Control A, Control C. Let me grab Claude up here real quick. There we go. Because I only mastered the machine learning and practiced DSA only 1 or 2 days in a month. I think 1 or 2 days in a month is kind of less, but it really depends on what you're really working on as well. But I feel like DSA is such a generic topic that the more practice you get, the better it really is. And also the more you work with it, the more you're gonna get a hang of it. SEQ2, SEQ2, SE2, and reinforcement learning. I see. Okay, that's it. Let me just go up here real quick and then I'm gonna paste it and say something like, let's say, I'm done. I ran the code. Let's move on to the next question. I want to chop. Yeah, I saw the keyboard for that because my caps locks popped up, like the thing popped up here. I didn't want to wait for a whole second. Hold the 2 thing before we move. Issue 1, function name contains duplicates with a D at the end. The requirement says contains duplicates. Issue 2, you ran the code without me. Wait a damn minute. Contains duplicates. Okay, let's go ahead and paste this and say the output is false and true. Okay, let's see. You didn't fix the function name. Contains a duplicate. Oh. Control S, Control A, Control C. I swear if Claude asks me to run the code again, I've said the output twice now. Perfect. I just ran it. Okay. Let's go false and true. We're done. Should I have stuff with ready? Okay, I knew that I had to pre-write ready. Guys, we gotta rush up. I do not want to end this stream before I'm done with this. I work in Amex and I got the job by machine learning skills. Well, I'm gonna practice DSA from now on too. Actually, that does sound pretty cool. I will be working on machine learning as well from my phase 2. That's it. Question 24. Rotate underscore list which requires items and k as a parameter. New pattern. Rotation. This is classic array problem that shows up everywhere. Interviews, real systems, everywhere. Rotating is a list. Rotating a list means taking items from the end and moving them to the front like a conveyor belt that wraps around. 1 2 3 4 5 rotated by 2 4 rotated by 2 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3. The last 2 items. I see requirements accept a list and a number as k. Input. Okay, accept a list and a number as k. Handle the case where k is larger than the list using modulo. I could have sworn I've used modulo before. In Python, this means before anything else, set k equals to k. Oh, modulus operator. Never mind. It's the remainder. This means before anything else, set k equals to k modulus the length of items. This prevents unnecessary full rotators or full rotations. If k is 7 and the list has 5 items rotating 7 times, is the same as rotating 2 times. Slice the list into 2 parts and combine them in reverse order. In Python, this means the last k items are items at index of k and the remaining items are items k. Okay. Combine them by adding the 2 slices together with the plus last part. Return the result. Okay. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get that instruction in Claude. Okay, and let's see. So it's called rotate underscore list.py, or new Python file. So I'm gonna go up here and create a new Python file called rotate. Rotate underscore list .py, where I'm gonna go ahead and define a function called rotate underscore list, which apparently requires 2 parameters. The first parameter is gonna be items, which I'm assuming is a list. Okay, which I'm going to use type hinting to specify that it is a list. And then k, which I will be specifying again, that is going to be an integer. Okay, and then we're going to add a comma here now. Oh my gosh. Close my parentheses. Hyphen greater than. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and return a list as well, right? I have to return a list positive. Okay, now inside my function, we're gonna go ahead and accept this thing. Handle the case where k is larger. The list uses modulos in Python. This means before anything else, set k equal to k divided by length items. This prevents unnecessary foot rotations if k is 7. And the list has 5 items. Rotating 7 times is the same as rotating 2 times. So k equals to k modulus. Where might I find modulus now? There we go. K equals to k modulus length of items. Okay, k equals to modulus length of items. This prevents unnecessary foot rotations. Slice the list into 2 parts and combine them in reverse order. In Python, this means the last k items are items at index of k and remaining items are items at index of the ending is going to be k, negative k. Combine them by adding 2 slices together. Okay. Wait, so wait a minute. In Python, this means the last k items are items at index of k and the remaining k items are items k. Combine them by adding. Return the result. Okay, so it means return the result, the combined list. So I'm assuming that we're gonna have to be creating a results as variable. That is going to be an empty list. And then we're gonna go with something like results. Is gonna be equal to, I'm gonna go with something like my items at index of, let's say, negative k. Okay, where in the world is k? I haven't used k in a long time. Am I really typing? Okay, think. That has to be k. There. Okay, well, for the first one, we gotta go with like k till the very end. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me, guys? I'm so close to raging so bad. This is so annoying. There we go. Plus Oh my gosh, guys, this is torture. I'm gonna go with colon. Negative K. There we go, and then we're gonna go ahead and return our results. There we go. Okay, now let's test it out. Oh my gosh. Rotate underscore list. So I'm gonna go ahead and print. Come on. Just print, please print. Yeah, I think I need a whole course on how do you touch type. We're gonna go ahead and print our rotate. I know you need to keep your hands in your keyboard. R, O. Nope, that's 0. D, A. Oh my gosh. T, E, underscore list, which is gonna be our L, I, S, T. That requires a list of items as a parameter. You know what? Screw it. Too tedious to type this out. We're gonna take the smart way. I mean, of course, typing does give me some practice, but I realized I'm gonna watch a few videos on how do you do this stuff. Yeah, type touching. I mean, I feel like getting my fingers on the keyboard every single time and relying purely on muscle memory is not the way to go. Okay, we're gonna hit Control C. Control S. 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3. Wait. The second one should have been 4 5 1 2 3 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2. This should have been 3 4 5 1 2. Was there like a miss error? 3 4 5 1 2 is not here. Okay, wow. All right, let's add our doc string. I'm gonna go with time complexity. Okay, we do not have it. I'm gonna set that equal to something like O N. This function does. I think this function internally loops. What does this function actually do? Okay, so new pattern rotation. This is a classy problem. This is a classy array problem that shows everywhere. Inner viewers, role systems, rotating means taking items from the end and moving them in front, like a conveyor belt wraps around the last two items, move to the front. This function moves the last two items to the... Wait, this function moves the last items, which is K, to the front. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go with Control A, Control C. Yeah, I'm not gonna be wasting as much time here, but I'm gonna go ahead and paste this and then go with Shift Enter and see something like sensei. Done. Something is most positively wrong here. Huh, wait, why is Claude still thinking? Almost two small things. Docstring format, the complexity uses equal to. Issue 2, you create a result equals to less than immediately overwrote it. Items at index of K. The empty list line is pointless, deleted, keep only the sliced line. Okay, I mean, that is basically what declaration is for, but it's fine. 4 5 1 2 3. My output is 4 5 1 2 3. Let's go ahead and copy that and then grab Claude up here real quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and paste it and say something like that. Whoops, forgot I saw the keyboard. Clean, run it. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna send that. First output is correct, second one is wrong. Before I tell you anything, read your code and tell me what 7 modulus 5 equals to. And what does that mean for slicing? Should have given you 3 4 5 1 2, but you got 4 5 1 2. What does Okay, what does 7 modulus 5 even give me? I'm kind of bad at math. Work it out. Divide 7 by 5. What's the remainder? What is 7 divided by 5? 7? Isn't there no division? Divided by 5. Let me shake us what I'm doing. 1.4, guys. Should I know that stuff? 1.4. Huh. That's division, not modulus. Modulus gives you the remainder after division, not the decimal. 5 goes into 7 once. What's left over? So we got 7 and 5. 5. Cancellation method. So 7, 5, 5. Ones are 5, 5, 0. Guys, should I know this stuff? 5 goes into 7 once. 5 multiplied by 1 is 5. Oh, wait. 5.7 minus 5 equals to 0.7. I know that much. Wait a minute. 5.7 minus 5. That's supposed to be 0.7, right? Because if I remove 5 from 5.7, that is 5. 7 minus 5. 2. Yes, 2. So 7 divided by 5 equals to 2. That means when k is 7, it becomes 2 after the modulus. Now look at your output. Both lines give you 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, which is a rotation of 2. So your code is actually correct. The expected output I gave you was wrong on my end. I said 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, but that's a rotation of 3, not 2. 7 divided by 5 equals to 2. How did we do the modulo math though? Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and send it. Good question. Let me break it down step by step. Ask yourself, how many times does 5 fit fully into 7? 5 multiplied by 1 is 5. 5 multiplied by 2 is 10. Too big, so 5 fits into 7 once. That uses up 5. 5 minus 2 is... 7 minus 5 is 2. Okay, that left over is your answer. One more example to lock it in. 3 divided by 4. How many times does 4 fit fully into 3? 1, 2, 3 times. So 4 fits 3 times. That uses up 12. 3 minus 12 is 1. 1 is left over. Oh. Oh, I see. And I feel like I am pretty comfortable with arrays now. So, rather than just working on the same questions again and again, should we move on to the next topic, question mark? Guys, I just realized something cool. I can dog type while peeking at my keyboard every once in a while. I hear you, but no, we're on question 5 out of 30. You've got 4 questions done. Arrays have more patterns you haven't seen yet. That will show up in the interview and your agentic AI system. Okay, but can we be a bit fast, question mark, because I have been streaming for a while and that I have an exam tomorrow as well. So just check my code and tell me if it is correct. No need to ask for output. And we move on to the next question. There we go. Understood. Fast mode activated. Rules to apply though. Oh my god. I thought I could slip that in. So Claude did not really ask me much. Claude didn't really spend a lot of time in really asking questions. Let's rush this up though. Chunk underscore list items and size. Split a list into smaller lists of given. Split a list into smaller lists of a given size. Chunk underscore list 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Requirements: accept a list and a chunk size as input. In Python, this means your function takes 2 parameters, items and size. Okay, create an empty list to hold the chunks. In Python, this means create a variable called results to set square brackets, loop through the list in steps of size using range. In Python, this means write for I in range 0 length item size. This jumps I forward by size each iteration instead of 1. Slice size item starting at I and append to result. In Python, this means inside the loop append items I plus size to result. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and run the code. So we're gonna create a new file called chunk underscore list.py. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let's say define a new function called there we go. Nope, chunk underscore list that requires size as a parameter. There we go. It requires size as a parameter and items as a parameter. You know what? I still want to touch type. I was like, I may quit touch typing for this stream because I'm really on a time crunch right now. In Python, this means create a variable called results, set it equal to 0. So we're gonna go with results. That is gonna be equal to an empty list. And then we're gonna go with something like loop through the list. Okay, loop through the list in steps of size using range. For every I in size or in range. Okay. In Python, this means range 0 length of size. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start 0 and then the length of my size. Okay, and then we're gonna go with a colon. This jumps I forward by size each iteration instead of 1. Slice size item starting at 1 and append to the result. In Python, this means inside the loop append items at index of I plus 1. And then I plus 1. Wait, this actually sort of gives me the syntaxes, right? Is this even like... Huh. Guys, something doesn't feel right here, the way I'm doing these questions. Okay, and return result, okay. There we go, and then we're just gonna chop. Gonna go ahead and copy this part. Then we're gonna go with something like print. Wow, that was a whole thing that I just copied. Just gonna go with this part. There we go, we're gonna just go with our chunk underscore list, and then I'm gonna go ahead and print again. This is gonna be our second one. There we go. Control S, and then let's run the code. Syntax error, invalid syntax. Did you forget a comma perhaps? What line? Line 4. I did forget a comma. Control S, and let's run the code. Type error, object integer has no length. Size is supposed to be an integer, right? Integer's got no length. Okay, and then we got... Oh wait, my bad. Items. Where in the world did I get size from? Oh, size is, there we go, that's an integer. We control S, we run the code. List indices must be integers or slices, not tuple. Okay, let me go on a bit slowly. My return type is gonna be a list. Items is gonna be a list. Size is gonna be an integer. For every item in range, I want to start at 0 and end at length of my items. Result equals to items, yada yada, all that stuff, and then we return a result. I want to print that stuff. Then we hit Control S to save the code. We run the command. Type error at line 5. List indices must be integers or slices, not tuples. Integers or slices, not tuples. We have I plus size, right? Oh yeah, it is a tuple. Okay, so we get a list of sizes, and then we hit Control S to save the code, and then we're gonna run the command. Okay, so we get a 7 and a 5. Apparently that is not something that we should get. It needs to be divided into 3. We have result. Result, set it to an empty list. This jumps forward instead of 1, size 1, and by this means inside the loop append items to result. Inside loop append items to result. Oh my gosh, am I Guys, this thing that I'm really distracted right now. Attribute error, did you mean append? There we go. Okay, 1 2 3 1 2 3 3 4 5 3 4 5. In Python, this means inside the loop append items 1 plus size to results. Append items at index of I 1 plus size to results. Output should be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, in Python this means outside the loop return a result. I did do that stuff. We have 3 here, 1 2 3 2 3 4 3 4 5 4 5 6 5 6 7 6 7 7. Okay, I guess I'm gonna exit that. So let's go with Control A, Control C, copy that. Grab plot up here real quick. And then paste it and say something like, Sensei, I may call it a day here, to be honest, because I need to study for an exam right now. Okay, you know what? I thought I'm going to be ending, whatchamacallit, erase this stream, but apparently I'm going to be ending it next stream. That's such a disappointment, but it's better than rushing it up. 2 things before you go. Your range is missing the step. It should be range 0, length size. Oh, yeah. Wait, it's supposed to be 0 length items and size. Does that really make a... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, that was actually correct. Think I missed that tiny stuff up there. Rule no docstring, you know the rules even in fast mode, and yes, go study for exam. Fine. Chunk list, what was the instructions about again? Splits list into smaller lists of given size. Let me add my docstring to be honest. Yeah, I'm kind of not using whatchamacallit, touch typing right now because I'm actually in a big of a hurry. Let me say something like this. Function iterates over a list and splits it into smaller chunks. Okay, at least we have docstrings up here. I mean, we got 4 more questions. I got an extreme. Okay, clean, that's the fix. Question 5 done. Good luck tomorrow. 5 questions left. Alright. Let me just go ahead and get thinking mode on and say, can I get a... There we go. Let me get a transfer prompt. While Claude is really generating one, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my main camera. And alrighty guys, so that was pretty much it for the stream. If you guys enjoyed the stream, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe with notifications turned on, and also share my videos /streams /channels in general if you guys do enjoy my content. That said, this stream I did work with arrays. Next stream I will be working, let's say, more with arrays, but I'm going to be completing them as well. And also, whatchamacallit, I will start multi-streaming on, let's say, different platforms such as Twitch, Kick, Trovo, Instagram, and TikTok if I did meet the followers requirement in some of them, and if I found a way to re-upload my stream. So if you guys do enjoy my content and haven't followed me in any of those platforms, you guys can get access to any of my socials in general by typing exclamation and the socials name on chat. If my social exists, then you guys will get access to the link within 34 seconds. Otherwise, you guys will not be getting access to the link. And I did create 2 brand new channels as well, one called Viv Arcade and the other called Viv Works Out. Viv Arcade is specifically meant for my gaming content, and Viv Works Out is specifically meant for my workout content. So if you guys are interested in either one of those, let's say, topics or contents, you guys can check the channels out. You guys can get access to those 2 channels under my this channel's homepage. So if you guys scroll all the way down in my homepage, you guys will find a section of featured channels which is going to be featuring both those channels out. So if you guys do enjoy the content, make sure to check it out. And also, if you guys do want to follow me in my AI engineering for 365 days series and 1V roadmap that I am currently using for this, you guys can join my Discord server and either go to the coding helps chat, the general chat, or the Python's chat. Mention my name there at Viv Universe asking me for the roadmap. I will be personally DMing you guys the roadmap, and you guys can get access to my Discord server again through the link in the description, through my bio, or by typing exclamation Discord on chat. A link will be popping up within 3 to 4 seconds. That said, I'll catch you guys next live stream or video. Peace. Okay, I guess let's end the stream.